Hi, welcome to the November 2022 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First for some headline news and announcements. Town Administrator Marlene McCollum accepted a frame certificate designating Bourne as one of 300 green communities in Massachusetts. The designation allows Bourne to receive $171,000 from the Massachusetts Department of Energy grant program. Huge congratulations to the Canal Sharks Squirt Team, Bourne's youth hockey team, which is part of the Cape Cod Youth Hockey Organization. The Canal Sharks Squirts consists of 13 boys in grades 3 through 5 from Bourne, Sandwich, and Wareham. The team won it all up at Lake Placid at the Olympic Village and won 4 of their regular games and the championship. Bourne team members are Giovanni Klusevic, Asher Whalers, Sean Curran, Jake Kent, Quinn Harmon, Ronan Harmon, Jacob Look, Nolan Berry, and Noah Snell. The kickoff party for the Homeless for the Holidays fundraiser, run by Craig Poirier, was once again held at the Mezzaluna restaurant, and it was a huge success. You could bring a new unwrapped toy or non-perishable food item and get the wonderful Italian buffet for free. 4 bands entertained the full house with Mark Leonard, One More Slice, the Midnight Society, and Just Like That played for our entertainment. Remember though, that was just the kickoff party. The big event runs from December 7th to December 11th and is held on the front lawn of the Bayview Motel located at 223 Main Street in Bourne. They will have tarot card reading on December 7th, 8th, and 9th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. On Friday, December 9th and Saturday, December 10th, Wicked Fire Pizza Truck will be serving it up from 5 to 8 p.m. Wicked Fire will soon open a brick and mortar restaurant at 89 Main Street. So come on down and you can get a taste of their food before the restaurant opens. On Saturday at 11 a.m. you can enjoy Kona Pizza Food Truck. There will be live bands performing on Friday, December 9th from 5 to 6 p.m. it's Mark Leonard, and from 6 to 7 it's One More Slice. From 7 to 8 it's the band 7, and from 8 to 9:30 Just Like That performs. On Saturday, December 10th, One More Slice performs from 6 to 7, the Midnight Society from 7 to 8, and Power Load from 8 to 9. Saturday it's Kids Day featuring a game truck from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make your own decorations from noon to 2 and face painting from 3 to 5. Will donations this year be able to top last year's donations? Last year, Homeless for the Holidays received 1,650 toys, 2,540 pounds of food, and $34,982 in cash donations. Dress warm and bring unwrapped toys, non-perishable food, and/or money to donate. On December 7th from 5:30 to 7 p.m., celebrate the holidays with the Bourne Recreation Department and the Bourne Historic Society at the Bourne Community Building, located at 239 Main Street. Enjoy hot chocolate, roasting marshmallows, the lighting of the tree, and a visit from Mr. and Mrs. Claus. There's also face painting and carnival games. The Pecasset Village Association is holding an informational meeting on December 10th at 9:30 a.m. to discuss proposed changes to the Title V regulations that govern the use of septic systems in Massachusetts. The First Amendment would create nitrogen-sensitive areas where pollution from septic systems is known to damage coastal waters. The Second Amendment would require that property owners within these areas replace or upgrade their septic systems within 5 years, unless their water district presents a community-wide watershed permit plan to combat nitrogen pollution. The Bourne Recycling Committee favors a ban on the sale of nip bottles in Bourne. Falmouth, Mashpee, and Wareham have already banned the sale of these single-use mini bottles that litter our roadways. 2 meetings were held at the Jonathan Bourne Public Library. One of the meetings was between liquor store owners and the Recycling Committee, and one was open to residents and the Recycling Committee. Nip sales are said to be 25% of liquor sales in Bourne, and there is some concern about damaging businesses. Would a return deposit on nip bottles be a better solution? A significant return deposit would encourage people to pick up and return the nip bottles. I'm very sad to report that Lindsay's restaurant on Cranberry Highway in Wareham has closed permanently. Owner Sherry Lindsay wrote on her website that it is with a very heavy heart that I write this announcement. Unfortunately, after 74 years of being in business, Lindsay's family restaurant has closed its doors for good. This decision was not made lightly and has been extremely hard to come to terms with. I have dedicated 40 years of my life to providing our community with delicious homemade food and excellent service, and am so proud of all we have accomplished. Sadly, like so many other restaurants before us, we have finally succumbed to COVID. We are shutting down because we could not physically staff our restaurant to be open 7 days a week. This fact has left me shocked, devastated, and confused. Please know that closing this way will never sit well with me and is something that I'm going to have to work through in the months and years to come. My heart is broken. Well, I know my family and I will certainly miss dining there as well, and we are very sorry to hear this news. The Bourne Historical Society held its annual harvest dinner at the Weary Travelers Club. Participants enjoyed a full Thanksgiving dinner with all the fixins. After dinner, there was a presentation by the author and illustrator of the book, In the Wake of the Mayflower. Now for our top stories. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation held 2 Zoom meetings, one on November 15th and a repeat meeting on November 17th. Lane configurations and roadway alignments, that is where the highway will sit, will be determined at a later date and was not taken up at this meeting. This meeting was to show 3 conceptual bridge types that may be used to replace the Bourne and Sagamore bridges. The bridges would be twin bridges at each location, meaning that one new bridge would carry traffic onto the Cape, and its twin bridge right next to it will carry traffic off of the Cape. Mass DOT says it will be more efficient than one wider bridge and less disruptive to traffic. The plan is to build the first twin bridge further away from the current bridge so not to disrupt traffic with construction. Once the first of the twin bridges is built, traffic will be moved to the new bridge, which will have a temporary divider, and traffic will move both on and off the Cape as it does now on this new bridge. The old bridge will be demolished, and construction of the second twin bridge next to the first twin bridge will be constructed. When that is completed, the traffic will be divided, one bridge used to get on the Cape and one bridge used coming off the Cape. 3 bridge concepts were presented. The concrete box girder bridge, which is not historically similar to our current bridge, with its recognizable and iconic arch, which is associated with Cape Cod. The concrete girder bridge has a massive footprint, and there is nothing showing above the bridge surface. Its best performance is under wind loading. It's also the heaviest and largest foundations. It's more expensive, and concrete building in cold weather is sensitive, and it may take longer to build this type of bridge. and it will require more significant changes to the access roads than the other bridge concepts. The cable-stayed bridge, again a different look from our current look, and is not historically like our current bridge. It looks similar to the Zakim Bridge in Boston, but since it would be twin bridges next to each other, there's concern it may look cluttered. They would be 50 feet taller than our current bridges. The Cape Cod Canal Historic District permitting may be difficult for that style of bridge. Also, they have very long back spans and are more expensive. They have steeper approaches and are more vulnerable to wind during the construction period. Very tall tower cranes won't be able to operate to build the bridge if it's very windy. The arch-type bridge is similar to what we have now. Truss bridges are not built very much nowadays. It would have the same type of feel as our existing bridges, a gentle arch that starts by the roadway edge and goes up over the canal. Kinship with the current bridges, so not a problem for historical permitting. At 540 feet at the middle of the canal, so an easier approach for roads. It has the smallest footprint and the least impact. The arch itself can be built off-site and floated on barges into the canal and then placed up above the bridge surface. They would have the fastest construction of the three types of bridges. There would be no wind constraints during construction for this type of bridge. The purpose of this meeting is to get public input about the styles. There is a survey online on their website, and they would love to have your feedback. Go to mass.gov/cape-bridges and click on Your Opinion Matters to take the survey. The next meeting about the bridges will be held in early 2023. Well, here's a quick review of the results of the November 8th election. There was a high turnout in Bourne. Polling places saw a steady stream of voters, and it looked more like a presidential election than the midterm election. Bourne voters supported the win of the first female governor of Massachusetts. Bourne voters cast 4,719 votes for the Healy-Driscoll ticket and 4,144 votes for the Jeff Deal and Leah Allen ticket. Bourne resident James McMahon III enjoyed the support from town voters for Attorney General with 4,784 votes compared to Democrat Andrea J. Campbell. However, statewide, Andrea Campbell won the election. Incumbent State Senator Susan Moran of Falmouth held on to her Senate seat over Bourne School Committee member Carrie McCrae. Senator Moran received 4,630 votes in Bourne to McCrae's 4,171 votes. Bourne's own Kathy Fox Alfano ran against incumbent David Vieira of Falmouth for the Barnstable 3rd District. In Bourne, she received 1,958 votes to Vieira's 2,050 votes. Representative Bill Keating held on to his seat. In Bourne, he received 5,018 votes to Jesse Brown's 3,883 votes. Robert Galabois won over Daniel Higgins for Cape and Islands District Attorney. Congratulations to Donna Buckley, who was elected county sheriff, but Bourne had favored Timothy Whalen. Bourne favored the overall winner, Ronald Bergstrom, for county commissioner over Republican Ron Beatty. Secretary of State William F. Gavin won his race in Bourne and overall. Diana D. Zolio won state auditor. However, Bourne supported her challenger, Anthony Amore. I ran into state representative for the 5th Barnstable District, Stephen Ziaros, holding a sign in front of the community building polling site. And I said, "Hey, you're running unopposed. What are you doing out here?" With his big smile, he said, "I just want to say thanks to the voters for the opportunity to serve them." George G. Slade Jr. was re-elected to the Cape Cod Assembly of Delegates. Joseph C. Fiera was re-elected to the Massachusetts Governor's Council. And David Sampson ran unopposed for school committee member for the Upper Cape Tech. Here's what's happening with the ballot questions. Although Bourne voters rejected question 1 by a vote of 4,989 to 3,717 votes, the question passed, amending the Massachusetts Constitution to oppose an additional 4% tax on income of more than $1 million. The additional tax would go toward education, roads and bridges, and public transportation. Question 2 passed in Bourne and overall through the state to regulate dental insurance. Question 3 failed to pass in Bourne and failed overall. It proposed changes to the retail liquor licenses and the sale of alcoholic beverages. Question 4 was voted down in Bourne but passed in the state. It will allow people who cannot prove they are living in the United States legally to receive state driver's licenses by showing proof of their identity and birth date. The Hoxie School may be purchased by Anna's Pals. Anna's Pals is a nonprofit helping children fighting cancer. The children and their families need to live in isolation for months at a time because cancer treatments can leave the children immunocompromised and unable to fight infections. The organization is named for Anna M. Jerome. She died from leukemia at the age of 14. Here's what's happening downtown. There's been lots of activity over at the construction site of the Calamar Apartments on Kendall Ray Place, across from the Hampton Inn. They expect tenants will be able to move in hopefully in March of 2023. Going up with lightning speed is the new gas station and convenience store located across from the Speedway gas station and Dunkin' Donuts off Belmont Circle on the Scenic Highway. On November 10th, the Planning Board approved the plans for a 3-story mixed-use complex to be constructed at the old ASAC's Shoe Building, located at 140 Main Street. It will have commercial space on the first floor and residential housing on the 2 upper floors, with 2 one-bedroom units and 4 two-bedroom units. The plan is to demolish the building in order to construct the new complex. However, since the building is over 75 years old, it will need approval of the Historic Commission for demolition. Once again, the Polar Express, complete with Santa and elves, is departing from Buzzards Bay Railroad Station at 70 Main Street at Buzzards Bay Park. The Polar Express runs from now until December 23rd. Check schedules, availability, and order tickets online for the 1.5-hour Polar Express train ride with Santa and elves at capetrain.com. Here's an update on services. Here's what's happening at the library.
Hey Kathy,
Hi, Aria.
it's December 1st when we're recording. Christmas is on its way, Hanukkah's on the way, Kwanzaa's on the way.
And New Year's.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a lot in 1 month, it's true.
So, if you're a parent and you have teens home for Christmas vacation and you're wondering, oh God, what am I going to do with them? Not that your children were ever like my children. We're offering a knitting boot camp.
Cool.
So our knitting group on Wednesday nights has been really successful. It's a great group of people. They're so welcoming. They help the beginners. I kind of wish I had more time to join them. So they've decided to offer 2 sessions, December 27th and 29th, from 10:30 to noon. And everyone is going to make a headband. So it's from grades 6 through 12. You can register online at bournelibrary.org. And I think it's kind of a cool thing to have a teen learn how to knit. They might even enjoy it and join our Wednesday night knitters. So sign up at bournelibrary.org.
Excellent. And if you still are looking for another Christmas ornament, we have another Victorian cornucopia class where you learn how to make a cornucopia. It's pretty simple, and you will make one and also give one to the Briggs McDermott House, where they will be decorating all sorts of Victorian stuff. It's very
So this
nice.
is the second session. The
Right.
first session was full with a waiting list. So we've asked the presenter if she's willing to do it again, and she is. When is it, Kathy?
It is December 8th, Thursday night at 6:30 till 7:30.
Okay.
6 to 7:30, I'm sorry. Right here in the library.
Okay, that's coming up soon.
Yep.
So you're probably wondering, what is this pretty display that we have? You're gonna miss it because it's tonight when we're recording, but this is our Victorian tea. And look at this. This is why we can't have nice things. But isn't this really cute? So everybody's gonna try a different type of tea, talk about the traditions. These are the kind of programs that we offer here at the library. And you think, oh, I wish I had known about it. Sign up for our newsletter. Besides watching these Bourne Cable TV, call us, look on our website under our calendar of events. We have a lot of things going on and we're looking to expand our adult offering. If you have an idea for a program, which is how the knitting club started, just ask, just talk to us. Thanks.
We definitely want to know. Now, Iria, I have once again too many books.
She has issues.
Well, here's what happens. You order books, they all come in at once. What do I read first? I have books from the library, I have books that I have, and then ebooks. So what do I do?
Okay, so for you ebook and e-audio users, there's something I want to tell you and gently ask you. People think that because they're an ebook that it's just free and that we buy it once. That's not really how it works. The lending model is that we pay between $50 and $75 for 26 checkouts.
Of one book.
Of one book. So for example, Louise Penny, A World of Curiosities, brand new book, has a huge list. So let's say you're someone like Kathy who is also reading The Queen and a bunch of other stuff. You get notified by Libby that your book is available and you say, oh yeah, I gotta read that, and you click checkout. We've just paid for that checkout, but you never get to it. We've just paid for it. So if you think you have a long list and you maybe know that it's a busy time of year and you probably won't get to read it and she's your favorite author, there's an option that says deliver later. So you can slide the little button over and it'll say deliver in 7 days, 14 days. You don't lose your place and we don't pay for the checkout. So it's something that I'm working on in our budget. As an example, there were 600 titles on hold on November 1st, and people were waiting approximately 65 days. At the end of the month, when we basically run out of money for that month, we had 800 titles and people were waiting 81 days.
Wow.
Now, if you decided to slide and deliver later, we would have gone through the list a little quicker. A little technical, but it's just if you think you're going to be overloaded, please use the deliver later. It saves us money and someone moves up the list quicker. Any questions? Come on in and ask us.
There are so many good books out right now. As Iria said, I love Louise Penny. She just came out like this week with her latest book, The World of Curiosities. And yes, I am very curious to learn what this story is about. This is, I believe, the 14th in the series, and they take place in Three Pines, which is right over the border into Canada, and they are just delicious.
Look at the inside cover. This you won't get in any
yeah.
book. Look how pretty this
Isn't that
is. Isn't that a
pretty?
beautiful cover?
Yeah.
Or inside cover?
I'm sure this will be the top on the New York Times bestseller list because she is fabulous. And
Oh, I can't talk about my book. Okay.
not yet, The Queen. Okay, for those of you who are Anglophiles or been watching The Crown, this is by Andrew Morton. As everybody knows, he was
Yes.
the author of Diana, her true story, which made quite a buzz.
Did.
I'm sure there's not quite as much revealing things about the Queen, but there could be because I haven't read it yet. So I think this will be a really interesting read. I can't wait to get into it. And also, another nonfiction, which is unusual for me, I like fiction, but there is Starry Messenger by Neil deGrasse Tyson,
He's great.
which is a really interesting perspective in a time now when with our political and cultural views clashing and sort of a line in the sand and whatever. He's like, now wait a minute, look at the big picture. We're all human. We have so much in common. If you're in space and you look at Earth, you don't see different colors for countries or demographic lines or whatever. You see Earth. We all need to work together. So this looks like a really interesting take.
Well, mine are not nearly as cerebral. Big shock.
Okay.
The complete soup book. Because I love soup and I love this time of year. What I liked about this book in particular was it talked about all the different types of stocks that you would use as a base for soup. Everything from fish stock to ham stock, which if you were making split pea soup, which I love. Lobster stock here on Cape Cod, vegetable stock. Yes, you can buy the box stuff, but if you have any kind of a culinary flair, you know that really making your own stock and your mirepoix from scratch is really the way to go. This is a beautifully illustrated book. Black bean soup. The pictures are gorgeous. It gives a little blurb about what it's from. Okay, this one not so much. Pork belly and sweet corn chowder. Sounds salty. Macaroni and cheese soup. Oh God, I think that sounds great. I think I should copy this and bring it to Grey Gables. Anyway, this is one of the many wintry cookbooks that we have on the new bookshelf, and be sure to check them out.
Also, we were just gifted a whole bunch of DVDs.
And Blu-ray.
And Blu-ray. So if you get to the library quickly, you'll get them for $1 each. We have things like The Cat in the Hat.
Thing 1 and Thing 2.
The Circle of Life. Lion King.
Can you feel... Oh no, she doesn't like it when I sing.
That's not true.
The love.
I'd rather you start dancing, but okay. The Night in the Museum. And Now It's Christmas. Frosty the Snowman. And then Korea said this one was really good.
I can't remember if I talked to you all about this one, but I'm going to talk to you about it again. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I really think this is going to be one of the Oscar nominees for Best Actress. Or, at a minimum, Best Supporting Actress with Jamie Lee Curtis, who is hilarious as an IRS agent. And she has this frumpy sweater on and the glasses on the chain, and she's just a hoot. So it's Oscar time. Those of you who know me know I love the movie season. We're also showing on our Monday movie matinee, Don't Worry Darling, which may or may not make the list. And that's our first Monday of the month, showing next Monday, I don't have the date, you can pop that up, at 2 p.m. So we've been growing our group of movie lovers on the first Monday of every month that we're open. Okay.
Have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you next year.
Bye. Happy New Year.
The library had some really fun workshops in November, including a cornucopia workshop and a centerpiece workshop that was right in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. Be sure to check out the wide variety of programs for children of all ages at the library. Go to their website, bournelibrary.org, and click on Events. Or contact the children's librarian, Terry Johnson, at 508-759-0600, or give her an email, tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. On November 10th, the Planning Board approved expansion plans for the Bourne landfill at 201 MacArthur Boulevard. Phil Goddard, manager of Facility Compliance and Technology Development of the landfill, also known as ISWIM, which stands for Integrated Solid Waste Management, said this will be the maximum build-out and extend the life of the landfill another 20 years. The plan is to move the facility's administrative offices, its construction and demolition barn, and Dorothy's swap shop to a 12-acre parcel purchased from Cape Cod Aggregates owner Samuel A. LaRusso, Jr. That cleared area will become 2 additional disposal cells of roughly 25 acres, designated as Phases 7 and 8. Phase 9 is the vertical build-out over Phase 1 through 6. The expansion plans are complicated by the eastern box turtle, which inhabits the area of planned expansion. Bourne's Residential Recycling Center is open Wednesday through Monday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., closed on Tuesdays. Please don't bag your recycling. Dump the recycling out of the bag so it's loose in the blue-lidded barrel. Clean and rinse out cans and bottles before putting them in the blue barrel. ISWIM now has a residential food waste collection program. food waste and scraps that will be collected in separate carts located by the guard shack. Big Brothers and Big Sisters organization is in need of mentors. The mentoring program takes place once a week at the Bourne Intermediate School and the Bourne Middle School during a student's lunch and recess time. There will be information session at the Bourne Library on December 6th from 11:30 until noon. You can also join by Zoom. For more information, you can contact Deb Martin at Big Brothers Big Sisters by phone 508-827-8176 or email her at dmartin@capebigs.org. 988 is the new federal 3-digit crisis helpline. They provide 24/7 free and confidential support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress. Locally, you can call the Samaritans of Cape Cod at 508-548-8900. If you're in need of Meals on Wheels or if you can volunteer to help deliver meals, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod 508-394-4630. The Council on Aging, located in the Bourne Community Building, 239 Main Street, offers a variety of programs for those 60 years and older. Stop by the COA to donate to the Human Services Giving Tree. They're collecting items for teens, and these items will be donated to the Homeless for the Holidays fundraiser. How to Write Your Own Story with Henry Quinlan will be on Thursday, December 8th at 11 a.m. His presentation will give you a roadmap to co-writing with grandchildren, children, or friends, and a straightforward way to tell your story using words and pictures. On December 13th at 2 p.m., the Council on Aging will host the talk Understanding Cannabis from THC to CBD, presented by Dave Wheeler of Therapy Gardens. Everything you've ever wanted to know about marijuana but were afraid to ask, all in one workshop. Not only is marijuana legal, it has medicinal properties that may help you. Come learn about the types of marijuana, their uses, and what is legal and what's not. On Thursday, December 15th at 1:30 p.m., it's Team Trivia. Are you looking for a group activity to test your knowledge? Join the Council on Aging for a fun-filled afternoon of competition and fun. You can register by calling 508-759-0600 extension 5300. There's lots more programming at the Council on Aging. Check out their newsletter online at townofbourne.com. Then click on the Council on Aging department and then select Newsletter from the menu on the left. Or stop by and give them a visit at 239 Main Street in the Community Building. Here are some beautiful photos by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. Here's an update on COVID-19. On November 26th, Barnstable County has a 14-day positivity rate of 7.98%. Bourne's positivity rate for the last 2 weeks in November is 9.6%. RSV has become a real concern for children. Pediatric beds in hospitals are filling up, and health officials urge parents to observe babies and young children carefully for signs of heavy congestion or difficulty breathing. Here's a look at the calendar with some upcoming local events. A Christmas fair will be held at the St. Margaret's Parish Center, located at 141 Main Street in Buzzards Bay, on December 10th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Enjoy live entertainment with over 30 vendors featuring custom-crafted items and a bake sale. Also on December 10th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., there's a psychic fair and craft show to benefit the food pantry at the Eagles Hall, located at 30 Cohasset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. A soup and sandwich lunch will be available, and local jams and jellies are for sale, along with jewelry, knit goods, meditation aids, psychic readings, Reiki, and raffle opportunities. There's lots of strolling to be done in December. The Sandwich Stroll takes place on December 11th from noon to 4 p.m. with street vendors, open houses from merchants, live music, pictures with Santa, raffles and reindeer hunts, and collection of toys for tots. Centerville will also hold its Christmas stroll on December 11th from 3 to 6 p.m. The stroll offers treats to eat and drink, music, and a flash mob performance all along Centerville's historic Main Street. Highfield Hall and Gardens in Falmouth holds its 16th annual holiday exhibition from November 25th to December 11th. You must register ahead of time. Visit highfieldhallandgardens.org to select your date and time. The entrance fee is $10. Don't forget to stop by the Bay Motor Inn and donate to the Homeless for the Holidays fundraiser from December 7th to the 11th. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with what's happening in Bourne. Go to youtube.com and search for Bourne Community TV. Please support programming at Bourne TV by becoming a member. Visit bournetv.com and click on Membership. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. Happy holidays to you and your families, and I'll see you in the new year.